blue light.
All smeared Vaseline over our webcam. It's just a.
We are live.
I learned that.
Everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
Barbara Walters taught me that Vaseline trick in the 90s, I think.
What
Yeah,
Vaseline?
it's a very real
Vaseline?
thing.
You wipe
That was
Vaseline on the
your friend.
camera lens.
It makes you. It like.
Yeah, it gives you that magic glow.
I've never done it, and I will never do it.
In the original Star Wars, the 1977 version, the like hover thing had wheels, so they put Vaseline on the lens of the camera for that. George Lucas did.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting tidbit. They fixed it in the 97, special effects update, but the
But
original.
no one respects
Dude,
it.
just love
No
that
one-
you brought Barbara Walters into this. Made it sound like back in the 90s, you and Barbara were like really tight.
we were like this.
She actually was on the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair circuit for a while.
Yeah, interestingly, yeah.
No one, that's a small tidbit. No,
He was the original Barbie Holden.
For those of you that have joined us through Facebook Live, welcome to the inaugural stream of Improv Technology, the IT crowd. We are just giving people a few minutes to join us. We are live streaming to you through Zoom, and this is our sort of first experiment with this. So I have no idea how to keep track of the reactions or comments that you are leaving on Facebook, but we're doing a comedy show that we can't hear people laugh during, so this is going to be a great time.
What a time.
Well, we're used to that, though, because there have been a few Friday nights where we have also done a comedy show to people not laughing.
Some of the best things that me and Alex have probably done on the streets in front of, like, have been just us and nobody else is laughing about it. So
I will disagree with you guys that we have never done a Friday night with no laughter. But the private improv shows we do for bus groups are another thing altogether.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Ice cold
Joe
sometimes.
talking to Alex. Joe talking about you two doing it just for the two of you. Who's it for, Marlo? Who's it for?
You can't do that. We're live. People know people, Jonathan. We have to be.
I've told him. He knows.
Okay. All right. As long as you told him.
I think I did. If not, if he asks, I'll tell him.
well, it's time to find out,
Oh, no.
Hey, let me go support my friends.
Oh, I just got called out.
All right. Well, we're going to give people one more minute. It's 7:04.
Katie Pope Noble wants to know what's in Joe's cup.
Don't ask
cup,
me.
Joe.
All right, I'm also viewing our own improv show to the left of me just to keep it back on what's saying.
What's in your cup, Noble?
You brought a prop?
Hey.
I have. Oh, also another.
Is that
the Golden Girls?
Jonathan,
Is that a Golden Girls 300-piece puzzle? What the hell?
You're darn right it is.
And on that note, we are going to get started. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the inaugural broadcast of Improv Technology, the IT crowd. I'm your host, Jeff Wolfthal, and let me introduce the people that you have playing for you tonight. Streaming to you live from Mannheim, Pennsylvania, Alex Stompoly.
Not the first time my webcam has been used for professional reasons.
Live from New Jersey, it's Joe Penn.
Hi, everybody. Digital words have a time, I guess.
Good job.
What's in the cup, Joe?
You're welcome.
Live from a library basement, Adam Shepley.
Hi. How you guys doing?
Gary.
Gary. Hello.
Right, Nick.
And from his bedroom, that just so happens to be a shrine to his and his twin brother's accomplishments, Jonathan Handley.
The only one far enough away to actually elicit web use.
We are going to be playing some short-form improv games for you all tonight. But all of us sitting lazily behind our computers. So if this goes well and you enjoy this, just remember you are encouraging our continued laziness.
And we appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely do.
We're hoping to provide everyone with just a little bit of comedy and relief from your everyday lives right now. We are in the same boat as you all. We're all sort of in this together. And just like many of you, our lives have been impacted by what's going on right now. So we have set up a Venmo if you feel so inclined to donate. Alex, why don't you put that up on your screen? That's at the IT Crowd. You are under no obligation to donate to us at all. We just want to make you laugh. But if you are in a position to, we're all a bunch of struggling artists. So it would be super appreciated. And I will try extra hard to use your suggestions in our next show.
Yeah, bribe them.
Good. Also, someone, before we dive in, someone posted this. So there's a part 2 to the sign. Just, I guess if you're first time donating through this one, this was my personal that we've repurposed to divvy out. So if you need them, they might ask you for the last 4 digits of my phone number. This is as close as we're getting, 1337. I'll hold this up again periodically.
The last 4 digits of your phone number are leaked?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Perfect. What's that? 5 other digits? I can figure that out now.
If you send me $100 to my personal Venmo, I'll give you more digits.
Jonathan, we agreed. You can't use this to get a date.
I didn't say all. I just said some.
And on that note, we are going to get started with our first game. This game is going to be for all 4 of our performers, and it is a game called Objection. During this, it's going to start off by someone just monologuing about whatever, but at any point, someone who finds anything that they said objectionable can raise their hand and say objection. I will call on them, and they get to take control of the thing. If their argument is good, then they get to monologue now until someone objects to them. But this is a timed game, so I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock. You have 2 minutes, and whoever is in control when the time runs out gets 17 purple pony points.
Like
Purple pony
P.
points.
Purple
Hey.
pony points.
And
We are going to start off with Jonathan. And the topic, the suggestion courtesy of Bob Groob, is taking a shower. And begin.
It's honest. I know it's such a necessary part of the day, but it's also sometimes such a hassle because there's this societal expectation that no matter where you go, you need to shower before you go there. And so then errands that you should be able to accomplish in 5 minutes suddenly become an hour-long endeavor because you have to get off the couch. You have
Objection.
to go
Joe?
Errands are only slow if you yourself are slow as a person.
Sustained. Joe has the floor.
Hey, when I go out and I run errands, I'm not trying to be out there for an hour or 2 hours. I'm trying to be out there for upwards to maybe 20 minutes. It really just depends on where I'm going. But if a place takes 20 minutes for me to be there, then I don't consider it an errand. I consider it an outing. An errand is something that I can run up the street. I need pasta. I'm going to grab some pasta and then go out. You know what I mean?
Objection!
Adam?
What if you live in a place that's 20 minutes from everything, which is common?
Anyone who has lived at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair knows that is a thing that happens. Adam has the floor.
Papers crazy.
Oftentimes you'll find that the rural areas of America are distant from any kind of resource, like where the closest thing is maybe a Dollar General, and that's still 20 minutes away. And so you go into errands, you have to like bring a backpack and like water and stuff or some kind of, you make sure you got a full tank of gas because it's a long trip. I know that some places.
Alex?
Based on this, anyone who runs errands has to turn into Adam Shepley and bring a night bag that contains water, cans, drinks for the next 4 days, Valera bars.
Okay.
Overruled because that could also be Pete Hedberg.
Ooh. Okay.
Adam still has the floor.
So I also recommend 25 feet of 550 paracord. carry that in your car. Flashlight, perhaps duct tape. I know
Objection.
Joe?
Adam has drifted away from the point and just started describing things that he has everywhere he goes.
Sustained. Joe has the floor.
Great, because we are actually supposed to be talking about errands, and I also
Objection.
Alex?
We are supposed to be talking about showering. Jonathan included errands into why he views showering as a hassle, and I'm going to defend showering real quick.
Sustained. Alex has the
Topically
floor.
speaking- Topically speaking, toilet paper is at an all-time low, and showering should be an integral part of your day because that shower head can turn into a bidet real quickly and save you from having to use toilet paper.
Objection.
Jonathan?
I feel that Alex is assuming that everyone has detachable shower heads.
Sustained. Jonathan has the floor.
Because
nice.
as someone who lived his life, I now have a detachable shower head, but did not for the longest time. And I will promise you, it was not easy to become a bidet when it is still 6
Objection.
feet in the
Alex?
air.
This is coming from someone who has both a face washcloth and a butt washcloth.
Wake up. Yo, snitch on him. Yeah, wake up.
Sustained. Alex has the floor.
Jonathan, you've got enough money to have multiple linens rolling around.
And that is time.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
My linen's out of it.
In control. Alex gets the purple pony
Oh.
point.
That's hilarious. That's great.
For everyone's reference, purple pony points are absolutely meaningless. It's just an obscure reference to a card game that I like.
Nice.
But we are going to now move on to our next game, which is a game that we call Interrogation. In this game, Adam is someone who is just woken up in an empty cell, and two video screens appear in front of him, those being Alex and Jonathan, and they are interrogating him for a crime that he doesn't remember committing. So, Adam, I'm going to need you to take your headphones off so you can't hear what I'm about to say.
Okay.
So all of
I
the
can sort of still
suggestions
hear.
that we are using are suggestions that we got through our Facebook page. And like I said, that first one came from Bob Groob. Bob Groob, fun fact, helped me start my first improv team in college. So I felt it right that he get the first suggestion for this show. But for this one, the activity that Adam has been arrested for comes to us courtesy of Heather Kofi, and he was doing karaoke.
Ooh.
All right.
Doing
Hey,
karaoke.
Heather. I know her. She's someone from Fitzgerald.
Nice. Now, he did it in a place, and that place, thanks to Sam Phillips Varnicky, is Jurassic Park.
Ooh, good one, Sam. Good one.
And he didn't do it by himself. Oh, no, he had an accomplice. And that accomplice, thanks to Kendrick Hooks, is
Kendrick.
The Rock.
The Rock.
Yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
One of the greatest to ever do it.
Karaokeing at Jurassic Park with The Rock.
Exactly. And Adam has to guess that he did this thing. So make sure that when he gets something right, you tell him to write it down. And I'm going to wave my hand so Adam puts his headphones back on.
Adam. All right. Hey, because it would have.
All right.
All right. And the game begins now.
Hi, come on, sugar. Come on in. Have a seat. Have a seat. We didn't mean to startle you. I know you're woken up here and it's kind of scary, but don't worry. We just want to ask you some questions.
Don't patronize the boy. He's going to answer our questions whether he likes it or not. You want
Yes.
to play a game?
It's just some simple questions. So, sugar, just my question is, why?
What?
Why did you do it?
Why?
Yeah.
What? What? I didn't. What did I do? Who are
No,
you guys?
you know-
What?
You know what you did. We want to know why you thought that song was appropriate.
It's almost unreal by Rock Roxette from the Super Mario Brothers
Well,
1993.
we all have our poison. I personally prefer I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor. And our friend here, I know, loves Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. But it still don't make it right.
Oh, but
To do it in a room of all those people, loud while they're trying to enjoy their drinks.
All those people, sugar, why?
all those people, but they at the party I was at. You mean the
Well, I guess some people call it a party, but we call it an offense.
an offense? I didn't mean.
Wednesday night, it's for everybody at the bar to have a turn, not for you to monopolize the whole time. How do you feel taking up all their evening with your long playlist of your top choices to get through?
You mean when I went to Wednesday ladies night and the jukebox, I played all the Pink Floyd?
Oh, it would have been something if you'd have played the originals, but it's because you personally got involved.
Well, cover songs are so good though.
Your voice is beautiful. Don't get us wrong. Your voice is beautiful, but it's just.
Well, but karaoke is my life's blood. It's what
write
I do.
it down,
It's who I am.
Write it down.
And honestly,
in the room you woke up and we left you a pad of paper and a pencil. Consider it that way.
It's nice.
That was my doings. That's
you.
my doings. I'm real.
Thanks. Yeah, I like these pens too, Bic. That's quality stuff.
Now, honey, it's not so much. Well, it is what you were doing, but also where you're doing it at. On that island. Just
I mean, Manhattan has so many karaoke bars.
Oh, no, not that island. The island has too much.
I'm
this
confused in my head. Yeah.
Catch a break. Do you know how many times a theme park has opened up on this island only to be closed down in some catastrophic incident? Now to put your karaoke up there?
And it was not zoned correctly for a karaoke bar.
Yeah, but Tokyo's full of karaoke. They got arcades with karaoke. They got the thing, specialty nude karaoke is a thing.
No. I mean, the way you were singing would have drove everyone on this island to become extinct anyway.
Oh, yeah, like the Island from Lost, or I mean, the Arthur Conan Doyle book.
Well, probably. I mean, your voice was beautiful. It was almost like tar slap.
Thank you.
Trapping a mosquito, but that don't make it any better.
Are you trying to tell the boy that his voice is like liquid amber encasing a mosquito?
Sure. Isla Nublar from the Jurassic Park films.
Write it down.
I'll write it down.
So you were, doing that thing at that place.
And a karaoke bar at the...
Tell the boy.
What were you doing? Now, what were you doing? You were exactly at that place. But also, you had to bring him along.
Of course.
Take it. Clutch my pearls.
I don't go anywhere without Johnny Depp. I mean, especially since the whole...
No, not him.
Oh.
We let him go.
You let him go? Oh, great.
I mean,
he got off.
The audacity to bring him into this. A man as strong as a boulder. A man whose beautiful head I happen to admire as of late.
Exactly. And that's why I brought him on to get an autograph.
And the Thing from the Fantastic Four is he's a very close friend of mine.
You leave our Lord and Savior Michael Chiklis out of this. I'm talking about the other one.
Oh, of course.
The other, of course. Who's had countless jobs before he became your accomplice. He was the Tooth Fairy.
Oh.
He was a king in his own right.
Oh, well, but Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a good friend of mine.
Write it down, sugar. Write it down.
I'm writing it down.
Now you're going to read it back to us because I need to hear you fast.
If you don't mind.
Well, I guess this is a crime, but Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and I last Wednesday were at the karaoke bar on Isla Nublar at the Visitor Center at Jurassic Park.
There it is.
There it is.
All right. Oh, man. Good one. I got to give Adam 27 purple pony points for knowing the technical name for Jurassic Park as Isla Nublar.
Yeah, I read the book. I read the book when I was a little kid.
That, and I thought that was the man, the actor's name.
That's Idris Elba, and that is so.
Old white man. That, I don't know what
That's Richard Attenborough. John Attenborough.
I'm embarrassed. I'm
Attenborough.
ashamed.
Oh,
Idris
man.
Elba, otherwise known as Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
God, man, the asterisk rated jokes that I could make right now. Which begs the point, we never decided the rating for this improv show.
Who knows?
Facebook kicks
That's
us
true.
off. I watched Greenleaf Holmes last night.
Oh,
For those of you
man.
who are just tuning in, I'm going to show up a little thing here. Again,
Commercial break.
it's a commercial break. Again, we're all enjoying from the safety of your homes. I can hear my roommates cackling 2 doors over right now. But if you are able to and inclined, put your things away. We do have Venmo open, but again, that's only if you find yourself in a position to. Tonight's priority is to sit here and laugh. I hope everyone's laughing as much as we are. Boy, all right. Here we
Great.
go.
Well, to move on to our next game. Also, I'd like to introduce a little bit of a side bet here tonight. I would like you all to take bets on which ones of us aren't wearing pants right now. I'll give you a hint. It's 2 out of 5. So good luck. Great. So our next game is a game
tease.
called 185. This is in this game, we're all going to be telling the world's most formulaic joke. That joke being 185 blanks walk into a bar. The bartender says, "I'm sorry, we don't have enough room for 185 blanks." The blanks say, "Punchline." A real knee slapper. I know.
Oh, yeah.
It's our job to make that joke funny. So we are going to fill in that blank. Our first suggestion comes from Tom Hoover. And it is coffee pot. 185 coffee pots.
All right.
Auspicious start, guys.
Yeah,
what
nice. Wow, that's a long pause.
Oh, I have one.
Quietness.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Okay. 185 coffee pots walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm sorry, we can't serve 185. I don't know, some fill in the blank with a bad word. We haven't discussed the rating, so I don't know. You assholes, we'll say that." The coffee pots then say, "Oh, well, you don't have to be so vulgar. It's like vulgar."
But it's Folgers. Yeah, I got it.
I didn't say it was
Nicely
good.
done.
185 coffee pots walk into a bar, and a bartender says, "Hey, listen, I don't have the space to serve all of you. You coffee pots are gonna have to get out of here." And the coffee pot in charge goes, "Hey, that's Mr. Coffee Pot to you."
Nice.
I got one. I got a good one. All right. 185 Mary-Kate and Ashley branded coffee pots walk into a bar.
Well, I can't wait.
And the bartender says, "Sorry, we don't have room to serve 185 Mary-Kate and Ashley branded coffee pots." And they look at him and say, "How brewed." All right, come on.
All right.
185 coffee pots walk into a French bistro and are greeted by a very snooty maitre d'. And the maitre d' looks at them and just insults them for their wardrobe and says, "There's no way that they can be served here. They're not dressed appropriately." And the coffee pots stand back in shock and go, "What is this, a French roast?"
Oh.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
185 coffee pots walk into a bar, and the bartender doesn't know that these coffee pots are his landlord. And the bartender says, "I'm sorry, we don't have enough room for 185 coffee pots." And the coffee pots go, "Hey, these are our grounds."
Nice.
Oh, 185 Australian coffee pots walk into an Australian bar, and the bartender says, "Oh, surprisingly, we can serve you. Can I get you all something to drink while you wait? What do you have?" And they say, "Coffee, mate."
Ah.
Oh, yes, fire.
All right. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to another suggestion. This one comes from Julie Harris, and it is murderer. 185 murderers.
Murderer. All right.
Got it. 185 murderers walk to a bar. Bartender says, there ain't that much room, but you can come in if you want to. And they all look and they say, I'll take a stab at it.
Nice.
185. Oops, sorry, Adam.
Go ahead. No,
185 murderers. Well, bartender says, I'm sorry, I can't serve y'all. You're murderers. And they say, eat crow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, a murder of crows.
Stretch.
Oh, that's a thinker. Wow.
Yeah, that's usually
mine's real bad. 185 murderers from HBO walk into a comic and card store, and the comic and card store says, "I'm sorry, there's this Dungeons and Dragons thing happening right now, and you guys, we only allow fighters." And the 185 murderers are like, "That? Well, we're all dexterous." Thank you. It's been fun. I'll see you. Okay.
I'll talk to you later, Adam. Yeah. Get out of here. No.
185. I'm gonna pull it back. I'm gonna pull back while he's gone. 185 murderers walk into a crowded restaurant, and they're greeted by the host. And the host says, I can serve 185 of you if you just wait about 15 minutes. Is that all right? And the murderers go, of course.
There it is.
185 murderers walk into a bar on Magic Night. There's a magician performing. And the bartender says, I'm sorry, we don't have enough room for 185 murderers. And the murderers say, abracadaver, and all of them but one disappear.
Nice. I got one. 185 murderers walk into their favorite breakfast spot. The guy, his name is Billy. This has no reasoning in the joke, but I'm the name of Billy because it's a breakfast spot. Says, hey, guys, you guys can't come in. We don't got enough room. And the murderers say, hey, man, I'm real glad you told us. We'll go to a different spot because we are serial killers. I liked it, and I had fun.
All right, we're going to move on. One last suggestion coming to us from Gabrielle McMullen. Snakes. 185 snakes.
Snakes.
185 snakes walk into a restaurant, and the server says, of course, I can seat you all immediately. And as soon as they sit down, a gentleman across the restaurant stands up, and it's Samuel L. Jackson, who goes, I have had it.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
Oh, that's good.
185 real bro-y snakes walk into a bar, and the bartender says, I'm sorry, we don't have enough room for 185 real bro-y snakes. And the snakes go, that's coke, brah.
Whoa.
I have, okay. So 185 snakes walk into a bar, and the bartender is only moonlighting as bartender. By day is a sexually transmitted disease specialist. And so the snakes.
What?
So the bartender says, I'm sorry, we can't serve 185 snakes. There's and the snakes are like, no, it's herpetology, not herpetology, the study of reptiles and snakes. Anybody? I'm imagining the echoes of laughter from all of our audience right now. Herpetology.
I have one, I guess, if he's allowed to do that one. 185 snakes.
Said he was allowed. Free will.
185 snakes walk into a bar. The bartender says, yo, it's cool that all you guys are here. We actually have room, but whoever parked that Buick out front has got to move. And they all turn. He's like, whose is it? And they all turn back at the last Cobra and they say, hiss.
Solid.
Uh,
Solid one.
185 snakes walk into an Irish pub and turn right around.
Yeah, because they know.
That's timely, right? It's just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
It's St. Patty's Day.
We're topical here.
Hey, topical.
Hey, we know.
Put some ointment on that. It's topical.
And that's where we're going to stop this game.
Oh God.
We are going to move on to a game called Whose Line. This game is for Jonathan, Alex, and Joe.
Hi.
And in this game, these guys are going to be doing a scene. And we got some random lines and phrases from you all off of our Facebook page earlier today and yesterday, maybe. And they're going to have to say them randomly because I'm going to privately message it to them using Zoom's chat feature. Today's show is brought to you thanks to Zoom. This is an unpaid advertisement.
God.
A word from our sponsor.
Yeah.
Are we ready to all do our favorite podcast commercials? Brushing your teeth hard. I use Quip.
My pillow.
Casper mattresses are soft.
But all right. Anyway, for Whose Line, these guys are going to be doing the very difficult activity of babysitting. And I'm going to randomly send them lines as they go, and they're going to have to incorporate them into the show. And whenever you guys are ready, action.
I wish my mom hadn't left me here. I'm hungry. Does anybody got any food? Food. Well, it's my house. Food.
I'm hungry too. I want a grilled cheese.
Yeah. You got grilled cheese up in there somewhere?
Okay, well you can just 1 second. So now we're all wanting grilled cheese. That's what we're wanting.
Yeah. Grilled cheese with the mozzarella and the monster. None of that American.
Like mom make.
Yeah, with the butters. You ever met him with the butter?
With the butters. All right. Well, we'll see what we can do here. I make no promises.
Okay.
So just let me see.
I mean, if you got, is there butter in there? I have not looked this day.
There's butter. Yes, there'll be butter on it. Do not worry. That's how you make a grilled cheese. And just, Joe, please get your nose out of my crotch. Just stand back. Right?
I'm sorry. I just am trying to smell for butter, and that's what smells like butter. I don't know where the butter is. Where is the butter?
Why does your crotch smell like butter?
Yeah, explain to me why it smells like that. It's butter smelling.
My crotch smells like a crotch, I would think. I wanted to.
Yeah, if all crotches smell like butter, I guess.
How do you have that statistical information to know that crotches smell like butter?
When you're this small, you run into a lot of crotches. I'm a kid. I've bumped into, I walk everywhere with my eyes closed. I'm a child.
Okay.
It's like we always say, give me one good reason I shouldn't mount you to the wall. And the butter crotch is one good one. I'll give you that.
Whoa, yeah, that is one.
Well, yes, okay, so great. Yes, my crotch smells like butter. Please don't mount me to the wall.
Give me one good reason I shouldn't.
My crotch smells like butter. That was the reason.
Yeah, I don't think that we should mount him to the wall because his crotch smells like butter.
All right.
Well, we don't have stud finder anymore, so that would probably not go well.
You know what? I'm over all this butter talk, gentlemen. I wash my hands of this. Now let's get back to the grilled cheeses, please. I'm so hungry.
I'm multitasking, guys. I'm doing the best that I can with what I've been given.
Sing a song. Sing the grilled cheese song.
Grilled cheese
okay. All right, yeah, I think I know it. Grilled cheese is so good.
So good.
The best food I have had. And when I bite into grilled cheese, it
Grilled
says,
cheese.
You had me
I
at
say that's America's ass.
Well, you know a different version with the alternate lyrics. I was singing the radio version, but
I
yeah.
like the radio
But
version.
mom thinks you explain. That's America's ass.
Wow.
Oh, all right. Well, if you keep eating grilled cheeses, you're gonna have America's ass. It's gonna.
Listen, guys, it's been such a long time since I had grilled cheese. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now. I came here to kick ass and chew gravel and point as my mouth hurt. I've been eating so much gravel that it's so weird. And if you guys do not make a grilled cheese appear in the next couple of days, I'm gonna beat somebody up.
Again. We don't put the gravel in our mouths. You can play gravel all you want. Just don't eat it. Don't eat the rocks.
It looked appetizing. It looked like Pop Rocks.
And that's where we're gonna stop the game. Good job, guys.
Oh my God.
Hey, good grilled cheese song, Alex. That was.
But as you've all asked me to sing, I get the line, "You had me at front tooth." So here's what we can.
You guys can thank Megan Gutha, Bill Hoffer, Mike Garland, Allison Petrillo, Jared Haverdink, and Joe Germano for those lines.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you guys very much. That's top notch.
And I'm going to bring Adam's video back online because I forgot to. Hey, there he is.
That's all right.
Adam.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, you were
Oh,
going
man.
for them.
We have two more games for you folks out there in Facebook land. Our next one is for all four of them, and this is the dating game. Here, Joe is going to be a lucky bachelor doing, I guess, a chat roulette style dating game. And Alex, Jonathan, and Adam are going to be some quirky characters. So, Joe, take your headphones off or mute your speakers. Or
I'll mute it, and then give me a hand when you want me to come back. I'll also try to put more light in my, I don't know. I'm muted now. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Great.
All right. So, for this, Adam, you are going to be Christopher Lloyd trying to perform an exorcism on Alex.
Okay.
And that suggestion came to us inspired by Stephen Laskoski. Jonathan, you are going to be playing a heart surgeon who narrates everything he does like he's that movie trailer guy. So that's Jonathan. Thank you, Selena Suranak, for that. And Alex, this suggestion comes to us from Nathan Imhoff. You are going to be Sir Walter Roderick Kensington with no inner monologue.
With no inner monologue?
No inner monologue.
Oh.
Boy.
For those of you who have never been to the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, Sir Walter Roderick Kensington was a character made famous by Alex's portrayal. So we get to revisit that a little bit to bring some joy to people, I guess. Thank you, Nathan. All of you guys remember who you are?
Yeah.
Heart surgeon.
I get nothing on the inside.
All right, and we're going to bring Joe back in.
All right.
Oh, okay. Here I come.
Welcome to Let's Make a Date. Bachelor, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello. My name is Joseph Penn. And not only a fun time, but also the times that are not fun. So, if you're fun, cool. But also, if you're also the other stuff, that would be better. So I'm ready to meet whoever's here. You know what I mean?
Great. Why don't you start with Bachelor number one?
Yeah, all right. Bachelor number one. If we were to go someplace, to really get to know each other, where would you take me?
To the future. Retrovade Satan. I had a dream. I had a dream about this. I slipped, I fell, I hit my head in the bathtub, and I dreamt that I would have to use my rosary and all of my scientific knowledge Distinguished.
being weirded out by batch number 1.
Great. That's
Damn.
great. Great.
Damn.
Thank you. Thank you. Bachelor, thank you, number one. Uh, number two. If I like to eat at places that my partner likes to eat. Oh, wait a second. Let me stop that. Same question to you, Bachelor number two. I was getting ready to go into my second question. I want you to answer the first one. Go ahead.
Prepping myself to ask, what was the first question?
Where would you take me to go if we were going to get to know each other? You know what I mean?
The power
Yes,
of Christ
yes.
compels you.
Thinking of an answer. Yes, I would. We're getting to know each other. I would take us to someplace clean, sanitized, potentially with a lot of metal surfaces. I love metals. And then we'd look around at all the utensils, scalpels, forceps. They do something to me. And then I'd, like all my other dates, I'd put you on the table and I know what you're thinking, but I'd listen. I'd listen so that one day, if I had to, I'd know where I need to cut.
Well, as a fan of metal tables, cool beans. Bachelor number three, same question. Excited. Where would you take us to get to know each other?
Really?
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ
I
compels
already
you.
got rid of one. I don't need another one shouting at me. Well, where would we go to? Well, since the voices have all stopped and I finally got a moment to myself,
Huh.
The voices.
walk around. The voices, they've stopped. I am completely devoid of anything. We go someplace where we can
Wondering why this man has an
revelry.
accent.
Tell me, are you fans of insurrections to overthrow the crown? I know a perfect field where they happen all the time. You're laughing because you don't think it happens, but trust me, it does.
Oh, well, that sounds like an occupational hazard, Bachelor number
You would
three.
think that the sheriff could do something, but
Yeah, it sounds like you got a real bad sheriff wherever you're at. You know what I mean?
but I might be able to finally enjoy it. I'm no longer just constantly. Oh, it's empty for once. It's nice. It's
No.
empty.
I'm glad for you, Bachelor number three.
Oh, me
Uh,
as well.
Okay. So, Bachelor number one, back to you, just to get to know you a little bit more.
Yes.
I am a man that likes to eat some foods. I know that maybe inside of you got a place with those wide eyes that you've seen that you love to eat their food and accoutrement and stuff like that. Where would you take us to eat?
I would go back to the Wild West. It was my favorite time period. When I was a little boy, I used to read Jules Verne. And in Jules Verne, they often would use, did you say overthrow the crown? I can't, that goes against everything the Christian God stands for. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
When Bridget yelled it at me, it didn't take effect. It won't take effect when you do it.
No.
Well,
I'll go to my laboratory and build something.
Well, great.
Capacitor.
Yeah, you might want to hold your horses on that, Doc. I mean, we gotta.
You're gonna need them if we have a joust.
Do you know how much electricity it takes to operate a joust list?
How much?
1.21 gigawatts.
Yep. That's what I thought. Doc. Thank you for letting me know.
I don't know, Tom. 1.21. The only thing.
Great.
You know, I have
Bolts of
never
lightning.
seen someone panic more than I have.
And that is a big thing. Bachelor number two. You've been quietly waiting. Let me hear. Where would you take us to eat? You know, what's your favorite spot to get something in your mouth?
rubbing my chin pensively, thinking of an answer. I like a place with a lot of heart. You know?
Yeah.
Hearts. That's flicking my glasses backwards and forth towards the screen.
You didn't run
That's
into your mother today, did you?
place I like to go. A little place in the city, somewhere close to my job. Yeah, somewhere like that.
Bachelor
Again,
number.
rubbing my chin with a lot of heart. So some soul food, some Creole, just a lot of heart. I think I'm repeating the word heart a lot.
You are repeating the word heart a whole bunch, and yet I don't understand you as a person. So that is you're doing just.
I have a thing for heart and metal tables. Realizing I'm telling a stranger my kinks, putting my glasses back on.
Bachelor number 3. You've heard what these two have had to say about places that they like to eat. Hey, where do you like to eat at that little place, where they're doing interactions and stuff like that?
Well, I'm so busy helping everyone else, and I hardly have the time. But I think if I were to give it any thought, I just take my coin of the realm and pull up what is the unfortunately biggest hill. My God. Despite how big that hill is, I never won best calves in the entire Shire. I hate that. Finally get to reflect on that moment. Oh, but I don't know. The Golden Dragon's always nice. Free dumps, as Bridget would call them.
Oh,
Golden Dragon.
Yes. Oh, and to my friend down below who keeps yelling the Latin at me, I've been informed that some of the folks watching us can't hear you.
Oh. Sorry.
Tangential. And you know why I'm able to know that? I can't.
Satan.
You are who's looking. No, Satan's not here. She's on vacation. Sabbatical. My God, woman's gone. For the first time ever, I hear nothing. There's no incessant. I'm not worried.
That's
I
good.
can simply pay attention to my surroundings.
Hey, I'm very happy for you, Bachelor number 3. I'm very happy.
Rubbing my head.
All right, Joe, are you ready to guess and choose which one of these lovely potential mates you're going to go out on a date with?
Oh man, this is stressful, but yeah, I mean, I have an idea for maybe 2 of them, and well, there's one that okay, but there's the other 2. I'm like maybe. So yeah, I'll choose. Let's start with Bachelor number 1. Bachelor number 1. At first, I thought, man, dating a doctor would be very weird. But then I didn't know whether your expertise were in time travel, like a brown doctor that I know, not brown like me, a brown doctor somewhere else, or a guy whose name is Dexter who likes to kill people on metal tables. So I don't know if either one of those are right, but that's the vibes that I got from you. Can you confirm or deny both of those?
Close.
Jeepers creepers.
Yes.
Adam really only explored one role that this person is known for.
It's true.
Okay.
I could do the pot brownies. Kind of. No.
Bachelor
Can't
number
hear
2. Bachelor number 2.
Brownies.
I'm gonna give you 5. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes because I'm usually bad at this game, and I think I'm worse when we're online. Hey, Jonathan, not Jonathan. I just think you look like one. At first, I thought, man, Martha Stewart, but then I thought it's gotta be Dexter because she kills people on a table. So is it that, or am I? I also said Dexter for the last one. Oopsie poopsie.
Again, removing my glasses. Think not so much, my friend, about murder, but helping people.
Helping people.
Sitting in silence, waiting for an answer.
What in the great Bachelor number 3? Walter Roger Kensington would not handle anything that I got going on because it's a stressful life, and I don't think he needs any more of it. You know what I mean?
Wasn't sure where you were going with not being able to handle what you got going on. Got very
Oh.
nervous.
Oh, I'm glad that we crossed the bridge and learned together. You know what I mean? Glad nobody was
I
gonna.
held a giant cane for 2 straight seasons. I think I can handle whatever you've got going on.
Hey, be yourself, man. I'm sure that you could. I'm sure that you could. All right. Bachelor number 2. You're saying stuff like the chin thing and the glasses thing like it's supposed to tip me off, and I don't know what that means. Can you slide into my DMs and then tell me a little bit?
To you, it's Jonathan right now. Okay, so with it, I was given an occupation that I am. That's where the dialogue comes in. But then I have a tick, like a nervous tick, that I do as a person. That is where the other stuff comes in.
Are you a heart surgeon?
Yes, that's right.
With a tick?
And what do I do? Putting my finger on my chin.
Overanalyze? Oh, you narrate every action that you
Yeah.
Creepers. Okay. Bachelor number 2, I'm sorry, we can't date. I got a fear of cold metal table. I'm not gonna tell you why, but like it's a thing that there's some stuff that happened in the past. It was rough.
Drama.
Bachelor number 1.
Power of Christ compels you.
Are you a
Not at all.
time traveling priest? I don't know.
No. I'm
He's an actor trying
Okay.
to do something that priests would do.
Yes.
So
I tried to do.
So he is Doc Brown.
Who plays Doc Brown?
With the
I
guy
don't
that plays
remember. I don't remember his name right now.
You were on it. Yeah.
Chris.
He has 2 first names.
Yes.
Nope, it's not Christopher Daniels.
L.
Lloyd.
Christopher Boyd. Yeah.
Lloyd. Double L's.
There you go. Angels in the Outfield is a great movie. If you'd have just said Angels in the Outfield, I'd be like, yo, I'm right there.
The only thing I can think of was Taxi. And I'm like,
No, that's fine.
Taxi? I was 3 when that show was on TV.
Hey, I watched Taxi on Nick at Night.
I've seen
Taxi's a
Taxi.
legit show, yeah.
I've
Danny
seen Taxi.
Vito,
Mhm.
Tony Danza.
Tony Danza.
Tony Danza.
All right. Well, we have 5 minutes left in this show.
Great.
And we are going to end with
Great.
a game that we like to call I Like My Lovers. In this game, they're going to fill in the old phrase, I like my lovers like I like my blank. Like I like my men like I like my coffee. I don't like coffee.
Yeah.
So our first suggestion comes from Sam Phillips Varnicky, thermometer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
I like.
Okay.
I like my men like I like my thermometers. Rectal. And that's as clean as I can keep it.
That was good.
I like my lovers. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
No, you good.
I like my lovers like I like my thermometers full of mercury.
I like my lovers like I like my thermometers on my body, checking my temperature when I'm cold and sick on a day.
I like my lovers like I like my thermometers. Transparent but solid.
Ooh.
I like my men like I like my thermometers. In my mouth and rising.
Oh, there you go. I like my lovers like I like my thermometers. When they get hot, they rise.
I like my lovers like I like my thermometers. Graduated.
Okay.
Little lines down it.
Oh, that's
Yep. Graduated.
Oh,
Yep.
I like my
There it is.
lovers like I like my thermometers. Fahrenheit.
Whoa! You gotta work, Jonathan. You work, dog.
3-syllable pun on that one.
Yeah, that's got levels to it, man.
All right, we gotta move on to the next one. That was good. Our next one comes from Kira Gadinsky. Butter knives. I like my lovers like I like my butter knives.
Like my lovers, like I like my butter knives. In a drawer and dull.
I
Uh,
like my lovers like I like my butter knives. Spreading.
I
Well,
like I like my butter knives slipping between my buns, but there we are.
Like my lovers, like I like my butter knives. Silver plated.
oh.
I like my men like I like my butter knives. In an antique set, I only pull out for special occasions.
Okay, yeah, let them know.
I like my lovers like I like my butter knives. Serrated, but it's kind of pointless.
I like my lovers like I like my butter knives. If I play with them, they give me tiny cuts, but it's never going to be anything too big.
Okay.
Yeah, look how wide your eyes got.
I like my lovers like I like my butter knives covered in peanut butter.
Okay.
Oh, you're the puppy dog of the group.
There's so much to unpack in this.
Oh no.
That's weird.
Moving on. Next suggestion from Josh Rothwell. Legos.
Oh. Yeah. I like my lovers like I like my Legos made of ABS plastic.
I like my lovers like I like my Legos stacked on top of each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like no, wrong.
I like my lovers like I like my Legos from Denmark. That's where
That's what they manufactured.
they make them in. Yeah, it's Denmark. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like my lovers like I like my Legos, coming up with a creative way to use them.
All right.
I like my lovers like I like my Legos. When they're all put together, it's great, but when they fall apart, oh man, I gotta pick them off the floor.
I like my men like I like my Legos, causing me pain when I step on them with my bare feet.
Yeah, there it is.
I like my lovers like I like my Legos. They don't like to be stepped on.
Okay. All right, we got one last one, and this one is from Jess Reeser. I like my lovers like I like my lions.
Oh.
Lions. Okay.
Like my lovers like I like my lions in a cage.
Oh.
I like my lovers.
the Charles Nelson Riley. I love it.
Do you live in a cave? I like my men. I like my men like I like my lions. Named two homosexuals and matching unitards.
I like my lovers like I like my lions, letting the women do all the work.
Ooh.
Well, I like my lovers like I like my lions. Come with a full mane and maybe some claws. You know what I mean?
I like my lions lovers. Secrets coming out. I like my lovers like I like my lions, always ready to pounce.
Oh!
I like my men like I like my lions, jumping through my flaming hoop.
Ah.
I like my women like I like my lions, voiced by Beyonce.
All right.
Oh, nice.
I like my lovers like I like my lions, best friends with a meerkat and a warthog.
And that's where we're going to end the show today, folks. Oh, man. Thank you all so much for joining us for this inaugural broadcast of Improv Technology, the IT crowd. We have greatly enjoyed getting to perform for you all this evening. Hopefully provide you some laughter for the night. Once again, we do have a Venmo set up. If you are in a position and able to donate, it would be greatly appreciated, but there is absolutely no pressure. We're all in hard times right now. We don't blame you.
And like my phone's been open as we've been going. To those of you who have donated, thank you so much. Your generosity is very much appreciated.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Thank you guys. That's awesome.
Also, Jeff, before we go,
Mhm.
the Facebook comments are all wondering. Katie Birch wants to know, when do we get to the no pants reveal portion of the? And then Haley Carlson has just gone pants. And
That's
Zach
just
Hendrick-
something that Haley Carlson says, though.
That's true. It's her mating call. Pants. Oh.
All right. Raise your hand if you are currently not wearing pants.
There it is.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Joe and I doing this entire show. I'm wearing a shirt and tie and no pants.
Maybe we'll all be models next week.
Hey, who knows?
We hope to be back next week with another show and hopefully adding some more cast members that you've come to know and love from the years at the place where we work, the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. But this is an unsanctioned, unofficial improv show that we're doing just because we enjoy performing together and making you all laugh.
I can hear my roommates yelling, "Prove it!" I think they would like people to. I mean, here, I'll show you that I am wearing pants. That's.
Oh, I really.
There it is. Come on now.
And my wife took a picture of me sitting in this chair with no pants on, which I'm sure she will be posting to social media soon.
Yes, Jules, we love her.
Gentlemen, anything you all want to say to the crowd before we sign off?
Just thank you.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
Anybody that watched, thank you guys very much. It means a lot, and I hope that we could help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's delayed, so you're gonna hear it now. But my entire apartment just yelled and hoot and hollered as two of you got up and revealed that your thighs were exposed.
Yeah, you know.
Also, I want to earlier, aside from saying thank you to everybody, Katie Hope Noble made a really great observation that what this sounds like to everybody at home is an improv rehearsal when we play like the pun games. We're like, oh,
Secret now.
they caught us. They're on to us.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You all just got to experience an improv show where you're the only person in the room laughing. Well done.
All right.
Also, I recorded the show, and we might be putting it up on YouTube for posterity. So,
Yay.
Cool. That's cool.
So thank you all so much. This is IT Improv Technology signing off.